Here's your wrestling news for May 3rd, 2021, and if you like what you're watching, smash that like button and give us 1,000 likes or more. And your headlines for today include Kenny Omega addresses huge championship challenge, title matches and more confirmed for tonight's Raw, WWE eyeing up next major second-generation superstar? You're prostituting the Gimmick, former WWE World Champion hits back at company. I don't have to be hurt by this business anymore. Wrestling veteran explains why she left the industry. How did fans change WWE's title plans recently? It's not really a fun thing to do. AEW star on why he'll never return to WWE, and more. We're kicking off today with some AAA news, as it was at the Rey de Reyes event that Andrade challenged Kenny Omega for the AAA Mega Championship. Omega took his time, but he's finally responded, albeit via a tweet, as on social media, he said that he's a busy guy and needs some time to think about it. As the AAA Mega Champion, as well as both AEW and Impact World Champion, calling Omega busy is an understatement, but it's very likely that this match will happen. You never know what can happen in pro wrestling, but Andrade vs. Kenny Omega could be a dream match we never knew we needed until now. Over to WWE, and tonight's Raw is being stacked with some huge matches on the road to WrestleMania Backlash. Tonight, the women's tag team titles will be defended when Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler face Lana and Naomi, whilst Raw tag team champions Omos and AJ Styles will mark their first appearance since winning the gold with a title defense against The New Day. The almighty WWE champion Bobby Lashley will face either Braun Strowman or Drew McIntyre in non-title action, and all that and more will take place on tonight's penultimate edition of Raw before WrestleMania Backlash on May 16th. On last Friday's SmackDown, Daniel Bryan was banished from the Blue Brand following rumors that his contract is ending soon. It's been previously reported that Bryan signed a 3-year contract in September 2018, meaning his deal should expire in September 2021, but that's not the case according to the man himself. Speaking to TV Line, Bryan explains that he finds it funny when fans believe his deal ends in September, as though that is when his last deal expired. It's not the same this time around. Though Bryan didn't explain when his contract ends, he did address his plans to transition into a part-time role, saying that he enjoys perching his daughter on his shoulders to pick leaves, and he's realized he can't keep enjoying those precious father-daughter moments if his neck continues to be worn down with a full-time schedule. Bryan added that he's trying to figure out the balance of being a responsible father and employee, a process that's taking him longer than expected, and after such a monumental career, Bryan's earned a lighter schedule. Though Bryan was banished from SmackDown, it's expected he'll wrestle again, possibly on another brand. WWE are fully invested in his banishment for now, as Bryan's WWE.com profile has been moved to the alumni section. Alongside names like CM Punk, Chyna, Dean Ambrose, and Dash Wilder, WWE are making it look like he's as finished with WWE as all these other names. We'll have to see what's next for Daniel Bryan, but with rumors that he'll wrestle again, future plans will likely involve WWE moving him off the alumni section first. One person you can find in the alumni section is Santino Marella, and though his days in WWE are over, his daughter's career may just be getting started. On Twitter, the former Intercontinental Champion tagged Stephanie McMahon and Triple H in a tweet about his daughter Bianca, saying she's being coached to be a superstar and is ready for her time to shine. Adding that she'll have completed her biology degree this summer, WWE's love of second-generation stars may earn Bianca Corelli a tryout, but she'll have to prove she deserves a spot in WWE without her father's assistance. Over to SmackDown, and last Friday, the Intercontinental title picture got pretty hectic, with Big E, Sami Zayn, and Kevin Owens all appearing alongside Intercontinental Champion Apollo Crews. On Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer broke down the title picture, saying, "It looks like they may do a thing with Commander Aziz and Sami Zayn against Kevin Owens and Big E. You know, that's what it's sort of set up." It was noted that the finish on SmackDown was to set up a Big E return and not blow Big E off, and with no match booked yet, fans can expect a fatal 4-way title match at WrestleMania Backlash. It's no secret that WWE loves using celebrity guest stars in matches, with Bad Bunny recently wowing fans with his skills at WrestleMania 37. Now we may know the latest non-wrestler to step into the ring, as Mario Lopez has teased that he'll be doing something with WWE very soon. Speaking to Jerry Lawler on the On with Mario Lopez project, the Saved by the Bell star said that WWE is trying to get him to do something in the ring, and he wants to for his kids. Lopez is 48 but is in incredible shape, and Lawler gave his full support to Mario after praising Bad Bunny's performance. Lopez joked by saying he wants to body slam and suplex Bad Bunny, and while that may just be a joke now, you can't rule out WWE bringing in either man for a match down the line. At Bad Blood 1997, the WWF debuted their new match type, the Hell in the Cell, a demonic structure that fans had never seen before. For years, the Hell in a Cell structure was used for the most important storylines, but in 2019, the match got its own pay-per-view, and the match is now used every October. One person not happy to see the Hell in a Cell stipulation used this way is Chris Jericho, who spoke on Busted Open Radio, saying, "I'm a big proponent that the match has to fit the story, not a story just have to fit the match. For example, Hell in a Cell. Oh, we've got Hell in a Cell pay-per-view coming up next month. Let's put together a 3-week story and put them in the cell. Then we'll have a tag team in the cell, we'll have a women's cell, we'll have a midget cell. It's like you're just prostituting this gimmick." Jericho explained that the upcoming Blood and Guts match with the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle is much different, as the story goes first, and fans have been waiting since March for these factions to collide. Time will tell whether this match lives up to the hype, and we're hoping that AEW doesn't turn Blood and Guts into an annual pay-per-view special. It's a sad fact that scams and cons exist all over the world, and not even WWE superstars are immune to them. That's something Dawn Marie found out firsthand when she was scammed by the fake charity Wrestlers Rescue, which promised to raise money for former wrestlers. The former WWE divas roped into supporting them, and on Devon Dudley's Table Talk podcast, Marie spoke about how it ended her ties to pro wrestling. "I hung it up when the whole controversy. I thought, I had enough of you people when that whole controversy happened with Wrestlers Rescue. It was all lies. I put out so much proof that every single thing was a lie. Everything. I had all this proof, no one wanted to hear it. All they wanted to hear was bad stuff, and people believed it. I was like, you know what? I don't have to be hurt by this business anymore. That's it, I'm done. I'm washing my hands." It was just consuming. I was so hurt that people, or should I say the fans, actually believed it. I was like, you know what? I'm not putting myself out there anymore. I'm done. I spent more money on that foundation than I ever made on that foundation for people. Not only that, my whole purpose of creating that organization, because after I was fired and had my lawsuit with Vince, I just wanted to make lemonade from lemons. It was my way of trying to change a business in a positive way. Isn't that what we were always taught in the business? You want to retire knowing you changed the business in a positive way. In 2012, Kamala called out Marie for being a part of the Wrestlers Rescue scam, claiming she was raising money for him that he never saw, but it's clear that she didn't realize it was a scam at the time. Marie didn't exactly leave WWE under the best of circumstances, as she was let go in the summer of 2005 while pregnant, and since the Wrestlers Rescue controversy, she's wisely steered clear of anything wrestling related at all. From the ring to the silver screen now, as WWE Hall of Famer Lita is in a brand new horror film. The former women's champion features in the new monster movie It Wants Blood, which tells the story of two giant monsters forced to battle head-to-head on the political circuit in the race for a seat as senator. As weird as that sounds, Lita is joined by Eric Roberts, Steve Railsback, and Ola Ray, and fans can check out the wrestling legend with the film available to rent and buy on Vimeo. Backlash news next. As though no women's tag team title match has been announced, fans can expect a rematch from WrestleMania. Speaking on Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer said that the plan is for Natalya and Tamina to once more challenge for the titles, and that's thanks to the fans. WWE's reasoning is that Tamina and Natalya were so over at WrestleMania that it makes sense to do the match again. Whether that means the WWE veterans actually win the titles is another matter, but it's always good to hear WWE are listening to their fan base. Ever since her overwhelming fan reaction at WrestleMania, Tamina has been a lot more confident, and that confidence was shown during a recent interview. Speaking to Vincente Beltran, Tamina discussed her cousin, Universal Champion Roman Reigns, and said that from a Polynesian side, that she is the Reigns of the women's division, and made special mention that it's not Nia Jax. If you look at accomplishments in the ring, Tamina said that nobody can claim to be the women's equivalent to the tribal chief other than Charlotte Flair, And as a multi-time champion and WrestleMania main eventer, we can't help but agree with that comparison. If Charlotte is the women's division Roman Reigns, many consider Becky Lynch to be the female Steve Austin, but the man showed her softer side this week. On Instagram, artist Abdul Malik made an incredible piece in tribute to Becky's father, who passed away in March, and Lynch said she was at a loss for words over the absolutely incredible work. It's unclear when Becky will return to the ring, but it's clear she still has a ton of fans willing to create some amazing art for the man. One person fans see plenty of is Roman Reigns, who's always flanked by his special counsel Paul Heyman, who's had some huge praise for his client this week. On Talking Smack, Heyman alluded to his days in WCW, where he saw a young rookie that later turned out to be The Undertaker, but noted that the dead man fell to the tribal chief at WrestleMania 33. Referencing his work with the likes of Steve Austin, Brock Lesnar, and CM Punk, Heyman added that the greatness they accomplished doesn't compare to Reigns' greatness, with Heyman saying he's in awe of the Universal Champion. Reigns was already one of WWE's top stars before he sided with Heyman last August, and with Daniel Bryan gone from SmackDown, we're wondering if anyone can top the Tribal Chief. And we're ending with AEW's John Silver, who recently shared stories about his brief stints in WWE. Before joining AEW, Silver had a handful of squash matches from 2012 to 2019 and isn't looking to return, as he spoke on the Angle podcast, saying, "There are plenty of people who are nice, but there's also plenty that won't even look at you. You're walking on eggshells constantly in WWE, and it's really not a fun thing to do." Silver hasn't been seen in AEW since the March 24, 2021 Dynamite, where he dislocated his shoulder in a TNT title match. But despite this setback, don't expect to see him in WWE ever again. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.